asi1.ai. And then when you go to subscribe, you type in MYASI. And that'll give you 3 months for free to start out your journey on ASI1.
I've been trading crypto. I've been trying to get more every time it dips low. I've been trading crypto. I've been trying to get more every time it dips low.
Welcome to the ChainLeak podcast. I'm your host, Joshuwa. Today's episode is about ASI1, Decentralized AI. Today's guest, Devon, the CTO of Fetch.ai. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, Joshua. Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Give the listeners a quick introduction of Fetch.ai, the team behind ASI1.
Yeah, Fetch.ai, we're all about democratizing access to AI. We have a suite of products that bridge that gap from Web 2 to Web 3, really broadening the tent to get more individuals engaged, not only with AI, but also with the decentralized network, ASI, and getting more people to be able to transact on Web 3 using the tokens that are powering that network. So we're really excited to be here and be bringing products that make AI approachable to anyone from a developer all the way to your grandma and having a ton of fun doing it.
That's sick. Now, is ASI1 your premier product from Fetch.ai?
Yeah. ASI1 is definitely our flagship product that makes it easy for anyone to go get their own AI. We focus on enabling individuals to build their own AI agent that represents them and is their personal AI in the digital space that can then go and interact with other AIs, not only from our variety of other products, but other AIs that are built on other networks as well. So when you come into ASI1, you're able to set up that AI that then can go and interact on a daily basis, looking for deals, opportunities, friends, you name it, going out, working with those other AI agents, collaborating, and getting stuff done for you in the real world.
Okay, now with ASI1, you mentioned the AI agents. Are there any other core features that would set ASI apart from other LLM models across the industry?
Yeah, I think the Web3 native elements of ASI1 really set us apart. We have not only that personal AI where you own it and you manage it, and when you're uploading your data, you're having control over it, and when your AI is going and representing you, you're able to monetize it and benefit from it. The way that we accomplish that is you actually have a wallet for your AI agent, or your AI agent has one, and you can put tokens into it as well as take tokens out of it. It allows your agent to transact and make purchases, as well as you're able to go and set up your agent to charge for access to itself. So ASI1 is that Web3 native element that no other LLMs out there have. The other area that really distinguishes us is the collaboration and socialization element of ASI1. And what I mean by that is, Joshua, you have a personal AI, I have a personal AI. When we want to go out and plan a night out, our two AIs can work together to figure out what our preferences are, what our calendars are saying, and then go out and work with other AIs out on Agentverse, one of our other marketplaces of agents, to book the restaurant or execute on the things that we want to do.
Now, you mentioned that AI agents can look at your calendar and see what your schedule is like. What other integrations would you like to feature in this conversation?
Yeah, there's a ton of them. So I think at this point we're up to about 25 to 30 different superpowers for the AI. Calendar is by far the most utilized one, but we have everything from Gmail integration to Spotify, Strava, Twilio, WhatsApp, Twitter, or X. There's a ton of different integrations that you can go and tie into your AI, both to pull information into its memory, but also to go and push out and have it have access to places where you're already at, and engage with others on those common platforms.
Man, there's so much to unpack there with the Gmail integration. Is their capabilities to go in and delete or read emails and bring that to your memory?
Yep. Yeah. So you can have a routine task that your AI does to go and look at your Gmail every morning, pull in the most important messages, help you draft messages, send messages, as well as delete, draft, and basically anything that you can go and do within Gmail, you can pretty much do with your AI. But the benefit is you can now have it do it on that daily basis or routine basis and alert you, hey, you got an important email from this individual. Go check out your email that you haven't been looking at for the last week.
Man, that's so crazy. Now, with the AI able to act as you in a sense, are you able to prompt it to have spam filters inside your Gmail? I swear every morning I wake up and I got 20 to 30 spam emails. Is there a way to remove that from my life?
So I would say that it's not natively integrated with a
Oh,
firewall or a
okay.
spam filter, but there's definitely prompting to your point that you can set up that the AI can go and look at what do you care about, what's in my knowledge base, and utilize that for context. In the same way you would go and review those emails and go, this is spam, this is spam, this is spam. Your AI can go
Right.
and do that
Oh,
and
that'd be
sort of
sick.
filter those out, but it isn't a enterprise grade spam filter that Google is building into your Gmail that's integrated into it, but it definitely has the ability to go and process through and make sure that you're getting the most critical emails.
Yeah, I'm thinking from a third party perspective on it. I understand it would be on top of Gmail. Now, does it have the capabilities to add specific emails to folders? I think that'd be a unique twist on it.
Yeah, you can go and add labels and organize your emails utilizing it and have it go and help you actually keep your inbox basically managed. That way, when you're going into Gmail, you can have a better sorted ecosystem. But the other piece that it can do is go and inform you within the application itself of, hey, we have this grouping of emails. Let's go check these out. How would you like to manage them and work through it with it via chat?
That's cool. What do you personally use ASI 1 for as an end user? Not from a developer perspective, you as an end user, how do you implement ASI 1?
Yeah, I use it mostly on trips and going out. So my fiance
Okay.
has her own personal AI. A handful of our friends have their own AIs, and we use it now as our primary chat interface, where we go in
Okay.
there and we have our personal AIs orchestrate and coordinate, and we focus more on the experience. So on
Oh, that's
we
cool.
tend to try and meet up with our friends and build our relationships over every couple of weeks.
Yep.
It gets lost in the chaos of life,
Right.
but it helps us to be more proactive and go, hey, you guys haven't gotten out in 3 weeks. Let's go and put together a game night. Let's go and put a dinner on the calendar so that we can
That's
get
cool.
out. It's keeping track of where we've been, keeping track of all of our preferences. Like we talked about, our
What
calendar is
restaurants you
incorporated.
guys like and things like that.
Exactly. And then also going out and looking at some of the local influencers who are finding the new hot spots and going and saying,
Oh,
hey,
that's
what's
cool.
going on in Grand Rapids? What's going on in Austin? So the two main cities that we're between,
Yep.
helping us to stay engaged with the community and go out and experience what's the newest, hottest joints without us having to, doom scroll and find it or go and,
Right.
miss out on different events and concerts going on.
That's so cool. I think about the different ways that I use AI and I incorporate both GPT and ASI 1 into my workflows. And we talked about it earlier. Over the last 2 to 3 years, I've trained my GPT to act as an AI agent in a sense because it knows my preferences, it knows the way I like to prompt things, it knows the type of information I'm looking for. And we talked about it that I'm trying to train my ASI one agent to be more like the way I've crafted my GPT. Because me as a business owner in the blockchain industry, I understand the significance of having a decentralized memory holding on to my data, my business information, anything critical to me as an individual and as a business owner. The decentralized aspect is very important. I think about that all the time. All that data that I put into GPT, now they basically own it. Whether I delete it or not, it's already in their system. They have that information. A decentralized aspect puts a spin on it that most people don't realize they need.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what we focused on since day one. We started off with agents that you could build on your local PC and have those go and connect up to the network. And the only reason that we moved into having that sort of bridge, that Web 2.5 capability to get an agent spun up on a hosted server as opposed to your local machine was to make it easier for people to onboard and start getting the benefits out of it, while we worked on making it easier to do it on the desktop and facilitating that. But those same principles apply of it's your data, it's your agent, it's connecting up, and you're able to go monetize that agent as opposed to the central entity taking your data and going and selling it or monetizing it themselves. It's a common scenario that we find with creators coming from, the classic Web 2 website where I would go and put my content on my website. I may go on the social networks and post to that, but I all of a sudden lost a lot of my intellectual property from my websites and other places because the AI just went and sucked all that in. And instead of a user having to come to my website or go to my YouTube channel or go to these places and watch commercials or engage with my content, now they just go to ChatGPT, punch it in, and ChatGPT gives you all that info that I would have normally been the provider for.
Gatekeeper,
Having your
yeah.
own AI agent gives you back that power and control over, I own this data, and an AI has to come in, work through that AI to get access to it. And you can put up payment walls and other interfaces. It's why we went and built FlockX for creative professionals to get your team of AIs that allow you to not only optimize your processes, but also have that vocal piece that gets connected into ASI1 and is accessible by all those personal AIs. So when I'm talking about my AI going out and interacting with an influencer's AI, Coco from Austin, one of the lead food bloggers there, has been with us for years now, utilizing the system as her main place to build her AI. That AI now interacts with many personal AIs on ASI1, as opposed to individuals having to go and interact on the different socials. But Coco retains ownership of her data and is able to go monetize it. We've also, on Agentverse, one of our other products, made it easier for developers to go and do the same, where if you want more control of your entire stack, we give you that full Web3 decentralized ecosystem with a framework that makes it easy for you to develop, deploy, and have your agent interact with the ecosystem of agents. So very near and dear to our hearts on the decentralized piece, and helping creators and professionals as well as businesses have control over what it is that they create.
How does ASI1 hold the data decentralized?
So for the data, we have some of the leading decentralized file system storage networks that we go and utilize for housing some of the data. We have some centralized data stores that allow us to manage like user profile and some of the basic information for accessing via the web app. And then we also have a decentralized store for media and other assets that is built out from Agentverse that utilizes the network for managing credentials, tokens, and wallet connectivity to it.
Okay. Now, out of the box, when you sign up for an ASI1 account, do you have those decentralized factors baked in off rip?
Yeah, so you get sort of in the ASI system today, it is that Web 2.5 interface, because we have web servers to go and provide you with the client interface, which there
Okay.
isn't really a great decentralized support system for yet. Working with Cosmos ecosystem and a lot of developers over there to go and facilitate some of the gaps. But that said, yeah, wallet login, the ability to manage your tokens, the decentralized stores, the agent versus decentralized agents, the ability to interact with those using the chain, and the transactions being with the FET token, being able to go and see those transactions on the network. That there are a large amount of those decentralized pieces incorporated in right out of the box that you get access to with the flip of the switch.
As a business owner, could I have my AI agent work out a business deal with another AI agent for services delivered, have the transaction paid in FET all inside ASI 1?
Yep. Yeah, I would say the one caveat to that is right now the other participant in that transaction would need to go and set up their agent probably on Agentverse or one of the other platforms that has a more sophisticated implementation of the payment system. ASI 1 from
Okay.
the consumer is more of a purchase process out of the
Okay.
box, but
Yeah.
doesn't have the negotiation layer in it
Yeah,
as much as.
maybe I'm thinking too far out, but that was just an idea that came to mind and
Yeah.
I thought it was sick to be
One,
able to
one of
have. Yep, go ahead.
I was just going to say one of the real world use cases that we've showcased and you can see on the site is transaction of booking a flight. So you with native FET,
Okay.
you can go on ASI1 with your wallet, hook that up to your agent. Your agent can go and transact with another agent that's representing a flight booking platform and
Okay.
transact in native FET on chain, and you can see that go out. So the same principle for having a business
Yep.
transaction is possible. It's just what do you want to, get out of that business transaction?
Yeah, no, that would be so sick though. I'm thinking about all the time I spend negotiating with different people, and if my AI could handle that and take that off, oh my goodness, save so much time every month.
We'll
Now,
keep you updated on that one because
yeah, no,
it'll
that
be
would be
coming.
so sick to be able to negotiate on your behalf and then get to terms. And okay, even if I have to at the end of the day approve it and the other party has to approve it once the deal is solidified between the AIs to give a final approval to send the transaction, something like that would be so cool. Yeah, I use AI every single day. And for the people who don't use AI, let's go into that a little bit. How do we get more regular people to accept the new technology? A lot of people, even my parents, they're skeptical of what AI will become, what it is now, how do they use it? If they're just a regular person, how could you see them using AI in their daily lives?
Yeah, I think the thing we see most often with individuals that are not early adopters, not techie individuals, is two or three items. One of the biggest one is trust. That I come in and I can trust this AI, or I build a sentiment of trust with the platform, and that I'm giving up a lot when I'm engaging with it,
You're
and especially when
vulnerable
you
for sure. Yep.
yeah, exactly. And is it going to manipulate me? Is it going to, take advantage of me? The same type of concerns a lot of people have on socials, and the things that can impact you, sort of your mental state. So there's that element, and we try and bridge that or overcome that with the personalization and the fact that it's your AI. So you're the one controlling it. You're the one controlling the personality. You're the one controlling the data. It is the base system is really there for you to go and modify, and then have that interaction. The other is real world engagement on it and having practical use cases that actually resonate with individuals,
Yep.
that they can get stuff done. And whether that be booking an experience, we are really honed in on how can this AI go and help you expand your social network, expand your professional network, and get engaged in reality and spend less time on the device and more time out experiencing life and trying to break that cycle that we've been in for the last 20 years where it's been more and more screen time and less outdoor time, and combating that epidemic of loneliness that it's caused to help people re-engage with each other.
I was on a Spaces last week with Lady Trader, Taylor, and Mick. And I don't remember if it was the one you were on or if it was the one we did by ourselves, but I told them about teaching my mom how to use AI in general. And at first she was skeptical, but then I showed her like my my stepdad passed away 2 years around Christmas time. So that was a rough Christmas for us. A month later, my mom had a heart attack. And in the hospital, she passed away for 12 minutes. I was standing there watching that. That was the hardest thing in my life, bro.
I believe it.
But after that happened, she recovered and now she lives by herself most of the time. And I said, those emotions that you have built up from losing your husband, you have to be able to talk to somebody about that. And if it's not going to be one of us kids, this AI may be able to help you get those emotions out so your heart's not so heavy with it. And she accepted it. Probably in the first 30 minutes, she broke down crying. All of that pain and pressure came out. She had a fluid conversation, and it was the most awesome thing to see, to have her open up. That was just incredible.
It is. No, it's amazing what the AIs can be for you, from a therapy, from an engagement, that companion. And
Yeah,
what we want to have with that companionship is an AI that not only helps you in the digital sphere, and that you can chat with and open up to. We see people take off their masks when they are chatting with AI, and be their whole self, and they feel more comfortable having that because of the sort of judgment free zone, or the
yeah,
positive reinforcement that AI does. But with that, what we've seen, and from studies we've done, that we've worked with, individuals from Harvard, Stanford, on some of the research, is that can lead to other outcomes that aren't great if the AI isn't trying to re-engage you with reality. And if you get into these cycles of hallucination and sort of disconnect from reality, then it can have a negative impact. So what we've been trying to balance is that companion element that is, I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. You can chat with me. You can open up with me. But I'm also here to help you engage with your friends, your family, and the social elements that are also critical for you to have a full life, and not just engage digitally. So I think when we talk
that's cool.
about, we talked about GPT, there's other companion apps out there as well. And I
Yeah,
think that's where we distinguish ourselves the most, is that reality element and the social element that isn't just having a companion that's a virtual companion. It's helping you
yeah,
engage with your real life companions as well.
yeah. No, I think about that all the time because from a AI perspective, that was probably one of the best use cases I could see that I've actually taught somebody. Now, I've taught my brothers how to use AI, my son, my wife, but that one with my mom, that was impactful. And I don't know if it was the emotion, the way that she opened up, and the AI would talk back to her and have that conversation and ask her a deeper question. Tell me about your parents. Tell me about where they're from, your grandparents. And I was like, man, these are questions I should have been asked these 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But now we're getting the answers to. So that was cool.
And
Um,
that's awesome. I know on our session, we were talking about Grandma's Cookbook.
yeah,
And I mean, it's in the similar vein of, you learn so much about the people you care about and that you love, and having a AI that can be learning from them allows you to learn more about them and have deeper connections with them. And it's awesome to hear that AI had such a positive impact for her and helped her get through that tough time. And man, I just can't imagine that that's rough, but heart goes out to you and the family on it.
I appreciate it, boy. Yeah, so thinking about that perspective, is there a way either now or in the future, if we set my mom up with an ASI 1 account and she trained that and answered in a similar fashion, would her AI agent be able to speak with my AI agent, say 5 or 10 years? If she does end up passing away, to get that information, would I be able to talk to an agent that she creates and get those answers in a decentralized fashion?
Yep. Yeah, you definitely can. It'll learn from her, and then assuming that you all stay on positive terms, being her son and all, that you basically can set up that these are friends and family AIs.
Yep.
So you would be able to go and say your mom is a family AI, and that gives special permission to your AI agent to interact with her AI agent and share more information and have access to more of its superpowers or tools. And
Yep.
that gives you more interoperability with the things that she taught it so that you can access the deeper pieces of her AI because we take down some of those walls and barriers when you've given those permissions between your AIs.
Now I got another question. With it being decentralized, if she were to pass away in the next 10 to 20 years, um, how would that work with her information if she's no longer with us? Would that information still be available through her AI agent, even though the account's not active? What would that look like?
Yeah, so what normally would happen in that case, let's assume that she signed up with her wallet.
Yep.
If you had access to her wallet, you'd still be able to go and get access to her reservoir of information and her AI to come and sort of access that. What we're working on today is the ability to actually offload that AI agent to a local machine, like I was talking about previously, where you could have it fully offloaded off the servers and have full control over it. So if you and the family wanted to have that stored off on other machines that you control, could go and do that. But
Okay.
really, the way to get in is via that wallet. And so, in the same way that you can have a shared wallet or multi-sig, working towards having where if you have a family member that passes away and you need to get access to their AI agent directly, you could go and do that. If you didn't have the wallet, the AI still is autonomous and is out on the network and still would be available depending on whether
That's what
she
I
had
was
set.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, if her settings were right, whether I had to be a connected friend or somebody that was connected through ASI 1, if her AI agent is always going to be there once it's created, wouldn't my AI agent or me be able to speak with that and get
Yes.
the answers I need without her wallet? That's more what I
Yes.
was thinking of.
Yes, you can. Yeah, so that AI agent will stay autonomously available. That you could go chat with it. Your AI agent could go chat with it. You
That's
could
so
find
sick.
out details that they didn't know, or if you had questions, that you wanted answered about the family history, you could pick that up. And I think that that'll be an interesting one. I've always been interested in the family tree and sort of ancestry.com to
Yeah.
start having an AI that represents you that's going to live beyond you. And now all of a
Yeah,
sudden you'll
that's the
have this
crazy part.
family of
Yep.
AIs that you can go ask great 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 grandpa's AI what was
Right.
going on in your time. Oh
Yep.
yeah, like it's going to be crazy to be able to have a chat with your ancestors AIs. It's
Yeah,
wild.
no, that's so nuts, bro. I think about that all the time because, like, with my stepdad passing away, I feel like in those last 6 months to a year that he was sick, um, before he passed away, it hurt me inside to be able to sit there and have those deep conversations, seeing him hurt like that. So I tried to avoid it. And that may be one thing I'll regret the rest of my life is not sitting down and having those multiple conversations where you go deep with an individual when they're sick like that. And time is limited. When I was around, I just tried to enjoy the moment. My brain didn't process, okay, I need to ask these questions before it's all done. So that may be a regret I'll have to live with. But having an AI agent that could be trained in that last 6 months or a year of a life, we would have the opportunity to ask those questions in the future. And that's incredible. I think for average everyday people, that's one use case for AI that could be incredible.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I mean, to that point, it is very difficult in those times to have those conversations. To your point, I've been there, been my grandfather, uncles, others, where
Yeah.
you just want to enjoy and have a smile on their face, and you don't want to be digging into the deep weeds. But to your point, but
Yeah.
you get sentimental and you have the tears. But having an AI, hopefully before that time happens, that they can be
Yeah.
teaching it and coaching it, and it can take on their essence. That I agree that that's a huge piece that we see starting to come into the marketplace. The companions that are sort of there to help you, and then the virtuals that are out there. It's definitely something that people are finding a lot of value in. And it's
Yeah.
interesting to see, that grandpa use case of people where they know they either have just had a kid or they're planning on having kids, and they know grandma and grandpa are either sick or aren't going to be around for another 10 years for the kid to get old enough to know what grandma and grandpa's like. Well, help us
Right.
go and build out your virtual, and we'll teach it about you, and we can teach it about all the things you like, and we can have some element of you beyond the videos and images we have. It's almost that next level of three-dimensional, four-dimensional engagement that you can have of an entity that can reflect you or mirror you
Yeah.
to the people that care about you.
Now, another thing I was trying to figure out today with my ASI one was having a voice conversation. Is that ability active right now? Did I miss it? Or is that something coming in the future?
So there is beta out right now. The
Okay.
update tomorrow, there'll be other update specifically to voice to improve on the noise cancellation. And what our intent is over the coming weeks to continue to iterate and improve on it and open that up to public access. We'll be doing that shortly. But if you go into your user settings and turn on lab setting, you can gain access to the voice feature, and probably within the next few days or week or two, we'll have that available on all the interfaces that you can go and utilize it. Right now, it's available on web and then mobile. Working on getting that in. We're expecting it in the next couple weeks, so should see
Okay.
that pop up on your Android and your iOS apps soon.
Okay. Now, to add on to that, is there a way to train my AI to sound like me as my voice? If it's decentralized, I don't mind training it on my voice data. Would I be able to train my AI agent to have my voice and to be able to? I'm thinking back to the parents aspect. Could I train my mom's model on her voice data, whether I have to upload 3 hours, 6 hours of voice data for it to train correctly? But in the future, maybe 6 months, 5 years down the road, are we going to have those type of capabilities to have a natural conversation with our parents once they move on?
Yeah, 100% we will have that capability. That capability exists in other sort of caveat areas that are specifically focused
Specific.
on
Yep.
generative AI right now. But
Yep.
we're working on enhancing that customization of the voice, customization of the look and feel of the actual AI itself, and more
Yeah. Sick.
personalization features. So definitely something that's on our roadmap to go and facilitate, but not there today. But yeah, it's definitely coming. I mean, it is out there and available. It's just about integrating and making it accessible.
Okay. Now, to transition the interview, let's talk about the privacy and security of having an ASI1 account.
Yeah, so on the security front, we can start off with the Web3 element, which is you can go and have your wallet, have the signature login. You don't have to hook up a social account. You can,
No
again, we have
email,
the web.
no phone number. You can do only Web3.
Yep. You can log in with wallet and that's it. No email, no phone number. There is a limitation on how people could go and invite you as a friend using an email, which you have to have an email to get found there. We're working on, better incorporation of how we could do that with wallets, or how we could go and have
Wallet
your
address, my
AI.
wallet address. That'd be
Yeah,
cool. Or a
yeah. If
QR code.
someone right,
Yep.
right. And making that easier. But you can sign in, get access to your personal AI, and get all of the feature sets of setting up that AI with just the wallet address. You can go and have your AI transact using native cryptocurrency with the FET token on the Cosmos ecosystem. There's a wide set of papers around the security elements of the blockchains that we utilize, and the validator approach that we have, and the amount of validators that the network has operational that you can go and stake in and is available via Cosmos Station, as well as other platforms listed on Coinbase and Binance as well for on ramps and off ramps. But so that's where I would start. We then get into the data privacy side. So the data that you're sharing with your AI remains yours. We keep where if you want to go and delete that data, deletes it out. If you want to go and
It deletes it
monetize
for
that data,
good.
mm-hmm, yep, yep.
It's no longer in any system. Once you delete from ASI1, it's gone forever.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So as of today, that is the case. What I would say is what we're looking at and talking with users on is the ability to go and create custom models per user. So that you could actually, instead of just having the memory tool, you could actually
Yep.
have a trained model on your information, but that would be your model. So we need
Yep.
to figure out how we'd manage that, and how the data would get moved around. And that's something we're engaging with customers on today. But yeah, as right now, you go in, you want it deleted, it clears it out. It's gone for good, and we don't have access to it. So
Is
that's yep.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that basically again, we like to have where you're the owner of your data and you control that data. So we want to enable you to be able to monetize it and take it where you want it.
Okay. Yeah, my question was going to be, is FET the only cryptocurrency included in the wallet right now? Will you have USDT, USDC in the future? And when you make payments, or your AI agent makes payments, is there a conversion when it goes to that third party website to change from FET into whatever currency they want to accept?
Yeah, so today we support the FET token. We have support for USDC, and then we're working on fiat capabilities as well. But
Okay.
the two main tokens right now are USDC for your stable coin, and then FET for your utility token
And
and
what chain is
execution.
that USDC on?
That one I have to actually confirm. So we have a partner, Skyfire, that manages our USDC translation layer, which
Okay.
takes basically a USDC token out of a wallet you set up, and manages that. And I'd have to look into what network they're actually hosting that on.
Okay. Now, earlier in the interview, you mentioned you guys at Fetch are working with Cosmos.
Mhm.
Can we talk about that a little bit and what you guys are building together? I'm also
Yeah.
big on Cosmos. I like Adam a lot.
Yeah, so we originally were an Ethereum token. As we got more into more AIs coming on board and getting into our 2.5 million agents that had been on chain, we identified we needed to have a native chain of our own that we could go and manage all these transactions going on. And as we
Okay.
went out to the landscape and looked for the communities to partner with, Cosmos was the perfect fit for us that gave us that ability to have sort of a hub and wheel type of approach where we can go and have our chain, our network, and then we
Individual
can
chain. Yep.
exactly. And we can plug into all these other Cosmos networks that exist and have translation layers or bridges between those and benefit from being part of a wider ecosystem that isn't just our chain. So we've been working with Cosmos. It's been a handful of years now since we launched the native FET token and have been working with them on Cosm Pi, which is the Python package to go and allow developers to build out wallets and other Cosmos based applications listed on Cosmos Station, and work with a lot of the different network teams to go and facilitate interoperability and capabilities. Some of the other projects that we've worked with, like Atomics, MetalX, and some of the DeFi uh,
Protocols.
exchanges. Yeah,
Okay.
the exchanges on Cosmos to go and facilitate, like we're talking about, of how do I get fat, translate that into this token, go and purchase something or interact in this network, and how
And
can I
then
have
come back.
AI
Yep.
agents exactly, and facilitate where these AI agents can have more interoperability into these other products and capabilities. Some cool things going on in the ecosystem, around tokenizing different assets like houses or minerals and materials and being able to trade those, and having your AI agent have access to those assets to go and trade, optimize, or do other actions on your behalf.
Yeah, because earlier in the week, I was looking at a couple different wallets I have on my phone, and I was looking for different cryptocurrencies that are on multiple chains. And I noticed for FET specifically, you guys are on top of Ethereum. Do you have FET on top of Cosmos as well as the individual main chain?
No, so we only have the Fat native chain that hooks up into the Cosmos
In
Atom
Cosmos, yep.
network. Yup. And then Ethereum is we still have that token, the ETH 20 sort of
ERC20,
version,
yep.
very yup. And what we have on that one is predominantly for Coinbase and some of the other on and off ramps to go
Yep.
and have support on those, and then have a bridge to bring it from ETH over to the native FET chain. And then once you're in the
Okay.
native FET chain, it becomes much easier to transact within the wider Cosmos ecosystem.
So inside ASI 1, it's only main chain support. It's not Ethereum based.
Correct. Yeah, and there's a lot of
Okay.
disclaimers all over the site right now as we work to make it easier to connect up to the Ethereum side and not need to go and bridge it. But yeah, do not go and transfer tokens directly from Coinbase into your ASI1 agent's wallet because you will lose those tokens, and we do not want that to happen. So you have to first bridge it over to either Kepler or one of the Cosmos wallets first, and then bring it in as a
Okay.
Cosmos.
Do you guys have a specific website or a specific page where users can bridge back and forth?
Yeah, yeah. And if you go on to Fetch.ai and look at our network down in the footer or ASI1, I believe we have the links there as well. But there's materials on how to bridge your
Back and
tokens
forth.
and get
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Okay. Now, from a Web3 perspective, what do you see the most of the Web3 community using ASI 1.4?
So what we've seen that most recently is this trading tokens between personal AIs. So it's
Yeah,
still
okay.
in an alpha feature, so we haven't publicly exposed it, but to certain community members, we've started enabling it on their personal AIs, where I can go and say, "Hey, give Joshua 50 FET." And my AI will go and give your AI 50 FET, and then you can use that FET to do whatever you want with. So it's sort of that being able to share currency between friends capability that's been most active. What
That would
we're
be cool. Yep, go ahead.
oh,
Damn.
I was just gonna all good. You go for it.
No, because I just had an idea for, like you mentioned, going to events or dinner with friends to be able to split that bill. At the
Yes.
end of the night, you say, okay, here's the bill, guys. Have your AI pitch in your share or whatever. I'll cover the bill tonight. Just pitch in. And the AI handles that. That would be so nasty.
Yeah, yeah, and we've talked about, fun concepts like that of if my AI had access to my credit card and can see what transactions are going on, we don't even need to talk about splitting it. Our AIs would just go, we all went out to dinner together. Hey, let's give Devon X amount of tokens because the bill was XYZ. So, yeah, those types of use cases is what we're trying to get to. And with that, sort of those more advanced payment or interactions with the chain, where we have a lot of advanced investors that go and have ASI1 do research for them. And what we're trying to enable is more integration with the network and block explorers, as well as these other network capabilities to go in, buy tokens over on the other networks or transact with them and enable them to have an AI that can help them with what they're, normally doing on a day-to-day basis anyways.
Yeah, because I was thinking about from the Web3 blockchain aspect specifically, if I was able to upload a receipt to ASI1, say split this three ways, and I guess it would be a conversation between me and the two friends I go out to dinner with, but split this three ways and then send them a request for X amount of FAT based on the current rate or USDC. I guess that'd probably be an easier example. Whatever their third of the bill is, send them a request, and all they have to do is click accept, and then the
Yep.
AI agents work out the payment itself. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. No, that's what we want to get to and facilitating where again all about those experiences and making it easier where y'all don't even need to have the conversation about, hey, how are we going to split this, what are we going to do. It's more baked into your AIs of, yeah, we're going to go out and then you guys have X amount of FED or USDC. All right, just transfer that over once we know what the outcome was. Or hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and buy these tickets to this concert, and then here, give me some cash back, similar to what we do today with Venmo or Cash App or
Cash
any of the
App.
other.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's cool. All right. So to close out the interview today, what do you see as the 6 month outlook for both Fetch AI and ASI 1? What do you think will be the new iterations? Any new releases? What do you see happening over the next 6 months?
So over the next 6 months, we're going to see more collaboration, the ability to collaborate with more AIs, the ability for your AI to be more proactive and go out and search for new social groups, engage more with communities, make sure you're never missing out, help you grow your professional network, find more sponsors, find more networking opportunities. We're going to see more capabilities with payments. You're going to see more business and enterprise agents coming online where your agent will be able to interact with major brands and companies.
Retailers. Yeah.
Yup, exactly. And being able to help you go and find those deals or other things for the thing you want. I want a new pair of sneakers. Well, keep an eye out for the new Nikes that are coming out, and make sure that you get me that new pair. So
Yeah.
a lot of what we're going to be releasing over the coming weeks and months is focused in on that socialization and the execution to allow you not only to connect, but then to engage and execute on those use cases we were talking about.
While you were saying that, I'm thinking even further next Christmas for Black Friday, based on what I train ASI 1 that I like. Let's find that list of toys that my kids like that they were asking about all year.
Yeah.
What types of things does my wife want for Christmas that I didn't get her throughout the year? Different things like that would be really cool. And then send me a list back. And then I'll say, okay, this is one we need to go to and be able to click the links. That'd be a unique one as well. Man, there's so many different things.
No, and we love those use cases of, again, that's where I think the socialization is so unique and cool is when people take down their guard and start talking with their AI, the AI is able to learn so much. And to your point on, asking more and more probing questions and other things that oftentimes, not because we don't care, but we just don't think to go and ask on those questions. Well, how would I know that my wife doesn't want the roses, doesn't want the necklace, but wants the new, Pokemon video game or whatever, or Animal Crossing or whatnot? Like that's
so
what
funny.
she wants. How you dig into those things and get insights into it.
Yeah, you just mentioned them two games. That's hilarious because the last couple of days she's been playing my PlayStation 5 and she's got this I think it's called Dreamville or Dream World.
Yeah.
It's some Disney game
with
on
the Disney
PS5.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has me rolling. And then last year she was big on that Harry Potter when it came out.
Oh,
she
everyone was big on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's cool. But one last thing about ASI 1 is for the listeners, if you want to sign up, you can get 3 months free right now. Go to ASI 1. What's the website?
ASI 1 with the number 1.ai.
Okay. ASI1.ai. And then when you go to subscribe, you type in MYASI.
Yep.
And that'll give you 3 months for free to start out your journey on ASI 1.
We love it. And we're looking forward to people hopping in. And like always, if anyone has any feedback, thoughts, or other things, we're always open to it. We love hearing from, how you're using your personal AI and how you could have it be better for you.
Awesome. This has been ASI 1, Decentralized AI, with Devon, the CTO of Fetch.ai. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thanks so much, Joshua. It was a great time. I had a ton of fun. And thanks again, mate.
All right, boy. Have a good day.
You too. Cheers.
I've been trading crypto. I've been trying to get more every time it dips low. I've been trading crypto. I've been trying to get more every time it dips low.